Stream offline. Huh. There we go. Are we good? Alright, everyone can see me now. That was weird. That was way behind. So I don't really have a topic for today, but I wanted to get a live stream in before tomorrow. You know, tomorrow I'm going to Miami in the morning for the Bitcoin conference. So if anyone's going to be in Miami, you know, hit me up. Down to get a drink there. But so basically today, just going to go through some questions. I know a lot of people had a tough day, and I just want to clarify whatever you guys want to know. Probably not going to be able to put out any videos for the next 3 or 4 days. I'm going to be doing a lot of networking, trying to get in touch with some devs, get in touch with some CEOs, and most importantly, I'm meeting up with the Bravado team and a few other guys. So let's get started. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Those are not good questions. All right. Start off with this one by Paul. When a coin doubles, do you think people should take or initial investments and free ride it? I think it completely depends on your trading strategy. You know, when a coin doubles for me, if it doubles in a really short-term time, I'll usually take some profits pretty quickly because, you know, you don't really know how much upside and momentum is left. But if you're holding a coin long-term, like for example, one of my long-term holds is Dragon or Lux. If I would have taken profit right after it doubles, I would have lost out on so much. You know, you really want to be holding coins that you believe in. If you're in a trade for a short-term kind of like a swing trade or momentum trade, you know, maybe there's a huge update, new partnership, then yeah, you should totally take some profits when it doubles. But if you're holding onto a coin long-term, then there's absolutely no reason for you to be taking profits after a double, especially when we're in a hot market. I mean, if we're in a little bit of a colder market like we've seen the past 2 days, still don't think you should take profits when it doubles unless you don't believe in that project. But I don't know why you buy it in the first place if you don't believe in it. Favorite exchange for longing and shorting? I use the BitMEX testnet, not the main net. You can't use BitMEX in the US, but I like to practice on the testnet, of course. I have a video, an intro video on my channel of how to start off on BitMEX. If you want to learn more about that, I go over the UI on it, and so just how to put in a long and a short. Thoughts on Key being a hold? I don't know anything about Key, to be honest. I like this one. Are you bullish on Dragon ICOs, Life ID, and Look Lateral? Well, I personally think that these ICOs are going to do very well just because they're the first ones coming off of Dragon. And, you know, I didn't look too much into Life ID, but I like the idea of Look Lateral. I think it's really unique, and the amount that they're trying to raise is realistic. So I think just because of the success of Dragon Chain, these two are going to automatically have a pretty good return out of the ICO. I don't really know enough about the projects to say if I would hold them long, but I think that these are going to be, all the ICOs on Dragon, the first few are going to do really well. Someone in the comments said, can you buy a new mic, please? I mean, I record and watch these videos. I haven't had any problems with my audio. I don't know if you guys are watching on like headphones or what, but you know, I haven't really heard any problems with this mic. I think it's the room I'm in. I don't usually record in this room. A lot of you guys know I'm in between moving. I just moved out of my house at school. I'm getting ready to move to Chicago, so I'm not really in a set place right now. I'm just at home. And once I move down there at the end of this month, I'll be in a much better room. And we're gonna have the green screen back. You'll be able to see the whole screen. And you know, there's some more good stuff to come. I'm really gonna ramp up the YouTube. Yeah, I figured it's just the room. It's really not that bad, Echo. I watch all my videos, obviously, before I put them out. So you guys are just going to have to deal with the robot voice a little bit. If you hate me, then you can exit out, and I'll just have to block you. All right, let's get back on with questions. What do you think about Proc right now? Big marketing push coming up, tiny market cap, 1 moon. So the interesting thing about Proc is that there's such a big investor by it. One of the guys from Shark Tank is behind Proc, and basically what pro currency is, it's a reward system similar to like Honey, which is the Google Chrome add-in, and when you shop online, you get rewarded in pro currency. So basically, it's just going to be the first cryptocurrency like cash bonus system. Right now, the market cap's really low. You know, no one really knows about this. It's just on Cryptopia. As you can see, it was very quiet for a while. They were in dev. They didn't do too many updates. And then, you know, a couple weeks ago, they said that they were going to have this huge update coming in January. It was some pretty good news. And obviously, you can see there's some action picking back up. Depending on what comes out on this marketing push, you know, we could easily see a 5 to 10x here. But it really just depends on how serious the Shark Tank investor is about pro currency. Because, you know, obviously the guy has money to put out good marketing. It's just, does he really believe in the project and whatever? Some people have asked me questions about the circulating supply versus total supply. I haven't looked into that before. I'm assuming that it is just an error, or, you know, there's going to be some sort of burning mechanism, because I don't think there's going to be 15 billion tokens. Any thoughts on Mint? I don't know what Mint is. A lot of questions taken about coins. I obviously don't know about every coin, but when I see a coin, a lot of times I'll finally look it up. I've seen Mint a few times, so I will look into it, and I can get back to you on that one. Thoughts on NAS. So if you want to know more about NAS, Korean Jew did an amazing video on it. And it has everything you need to know there. I'm really bullish on it. It's at a pretty good price right now because obviously everything has taken a hit the past 2 or 3 days. So I would definitely recommend picking that up. I'm going to post an update soon on my updated long holds because I've added a few things. I added some cash. I added NAS. I added MED. I added QRL. I added POL and a few others. So probably after Miami, I'm going to put out an updated list of all my long-term holds. I'm kind of in the process of restructuring my portfolio, and you know that this Bitcoin drop, big market crash, is kind of a good opportunity to do that. Right after it bounces back, you know, you can take some profits and really redistribute things, and so that's what I plan on doing. And I'm trying to get into more long-term holds. Right now, by the way, I'm taking questions off of my Twitter. If you have a question, go to my Twitter, and it's the second thing on there, third thing on there. And that's where I'm taking questions from. I see some questions being asked in the live chat, but I'm just focusing on these Twitter questions first. So if you have a question, then move it over to the Twitter chat. I'm going to refresh this in a few minutes, and I will keep answering these. What's your take on ACT? I talk about ACT a lot. I'm still very bullish on it. I picked up some more yesterday on this dip. How do I feel about cash? Just hit that one. Legolas. So I participated in round 0 of Legolas. That's why I was allowed to invite some people to round 1. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to fill out the Know Your Customer and see if they accept or reject me, considering I'm from the US. So I haven't dealt with that yet. I'm hoping that, you know, I can just get my coins from round 0 because I think that's going to be a really good ICO. The way they handled the whole US thing was kind of bullshit, but You know what happens, like there's a lot of different regulations, and you miss putting in something, you have two different people you're communicating with that have different ideas of what's going on. It was really bad by their team, but there's nothing you can do. This is still a growing new market. You can only expect so much from people. Lux was a scam, and Dragon, he is an ICO holder, so we shouldn't. Lux is not a scam. Let's start this off here. Lux was not a scam. If you want to mess around in low caps, then shit is very shady. Like, you can't expect a $1 million market cap coin that currently has anonymous devs to not be shady and scammy. It wouldn't have $1 million market cap then. When you're digging around in low caps and you're trying to find good coins, you have to understand that you're not dealing with a professional team yet. They're still getting their shit together. So if you're going to play around in low caps and call everything a scam, then you're just so wrong. The only problem with Lux was the pre-mine, which there never even was a problem with. Someone just said that it was a really big pre-mine, even though it was locked away in devs' wallets. And then Lux dumped a little bit, and someone blamed the devs. So it just goes to show that how a little bit of FUD can really ruin a project. I stuck with Lux the whole time. I bought more. If you want to see Lux now, it's still at a $30 million market cap, and this thing is so fucking undervalued. They just put out this new website, roadmap. They accomplished all of their goals from Q4. Marketing phase coming out. They're doing more white papers. SegWit smart contract. Pre-mine burn. Another white paper. They have a new wallet update coming out on the 25th. It was pushed back a little bit, but they wanted to test it more. They've been really transparent with their deadlines, so there's not much you can do. Mobile wallets, in their mobile wallet and on their new wallet, they're going to have an integrated exchange. They're still only on Cryptopia, so that's another thing. And they're like the highest volume coin on Cryptopia, top 5 every day, if we want to look at that. Their volume is 2 million per day. There's no way an exchange doesn't want that. They'll be making 20,000 a day from that. Or is that math right? 200,000? No, they'll be making 2,000 a day from that. No, not the best. But Lux is gonna go places. It is very undervalued. $23 million market cap. I would almost make a bet that by March it's a $200 million market cap. Mark my words. 10% stop losses. I don't use stop losses. MetaCrypto, you seem to just want to be trolling, so I'm going to block you because I don't fuck with that. I'm not in the mood today. According to time zone, are you located in Australia or Asia? I am actually in the US, and that's why I only use the testnet on BitMEX. A-Chain, I love A-Chain. Better investment right now, Alts or Bitcoin? That depends on your risk level. We're in a really vulnerable spot as little fish swimming around, so... if you are more of a risky investor, you're going to want to buy some of these bottoms. Also, if you're a long-term investor, you're going to want to buy these bottoms. But if you are a swing trader like me, there's still not really much confirmation on what's going to happen with Bitcoin right here. If Bitcoin does crash to 6,000 or 8,000, that's going to result in alts taking even a bigger hit. So... like I always say, it depends on your strategy and what works for you. Yesterday I did buy some alts, and I took a hit on it because they're down more today. I'm just holding them. I think personally, a better investment right now would be altcoins at strong support levels that have really good outlooks for the next couple months. I'm talking about things like Lux, huge potential to grow, kind of risky. A little bit of a less risk is QRL or TenX Pay. QRL I talked about yesterday a little bit. They just had a big update. Their mainnet's launching soon. They hired more devs, and it's a really interesting project. I'm going to be doing a video on that hopefully next week. As far as TenX Pay, that's another huge one I'm looking at right now. I just watched the interview with Julian Hosp, their CEO. He did an interview with Ivan on Tech. And if you skip to 52 minutes in, he talks about what just happened with their Visa card and why it was canceled, which wasn't their fault and it wasn't due to crypto. In his plans, short-term and longer-term for the business, and I think TenX Pay is going to be one of the best investments of this year. I'm going to make a video on it. Hopefully, once I get back from Miami, I plan on putting a pretty big chunk of my portfolio in there. Continue to hold KuCoin. Yeah, I'm still holding it. Like I said, I'm definitely holding it till March because they're expanding worldwide, and it would just be stupid to sell before then. I bought more yesterday on the dip. It's down a little bit more, but I have enough of my portfolio in it, and I plan on holding that easily through March or April. Again, I still see a lot of questions in the live chat. I'm just answering the questions on Twitter first, and then if I have time, then I will go to the live chat questions. But I still have to pack. My flight's at like 7 a.m. and it's 9:30 here. All right. Litecoin, ETH, or BTC as major player investments. Which one will you hold more of? I'm pretty split on Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. I still own a little bit of Litecoin, but I don't like what's going on with it. It's kind of shading me out. Very bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum, though. I see Ethereum going to 3,500, Bitcoin in the 30 to 40,000 range in March. Thoughts on use, clarify, and vote clear poll. So poll is a call that I made a couple weeks ago or maybe a month ago. No one really listened to it. Everyone thought it was a pump and dump. I made the call because I talked to the devs, and they had some really interesting stuff going on. It was around 1/5 of the price, I think, or 1/8 of the price. When I made I think there was a $7 million market cap. It was only on Cryptopia, and I made this call because I talked to the devs. I got a lot of shit for it, and if you held on to it, you're up at least 6x on it. They keep putting out good updates, and I guess they have a huge update coming out in a couple hours. I'm excited to see that. I also picked up some of that yesterday. It's held up really well, actually, against other coins. I think it's only dropped about 15 to 20%. Most other altcoins have dropped significantly more than that. Clarify. So what Poll is it's two different things. Poll is like a decentralized voting platform, and then Clarify is completely different. Clarify uses Poll tokens, and basically what it does is it just like allows you to associate an address with a name. So let's see if I can find an example on the website really quick. Yeah, so basically here, I mean, it's better to just look at this picture than explain it. But like when you're sending money to someone or to a company or to an ICO or something, if they're registered with Verify, then you can put it in on the Verify website, and it will make sure to tell you it's the right people. So like, say I'm sending money to an ICO. If I was going to participate in Dragon Chain can register on Verify, and then before I send the money, I can go onto this website and verify the address that they were verified on the site. They are legitimate, and you know who you're sending your money to. Okay, let's get back to the questions. I'll do another like 5 or 10 minutes. I wasn't planning on going too long, but you guys are asking some good questions. I'm not going to be live for a little bit. Thoughts on holding ZCL up until right before the hard fork? I would hold it into the fork. I think that it will be... I don't know how much more growth it has, but I can definitely see... I don't see it crashing after the fork. I think Bitcoin Private is going to hold up at a pretty nice price, and then... ZCL is going to crash almost 50 or 60% instantly after the snapshot, just because there's no devs that are going to be working on it. All the devs are moving to Bitcoin Private. So if you are planning on holding ZCL through the fork, just know that pretty much immediately after the snapshot, it's going to drop 50 to 70%. You're not going to get credited your Bitcoin Private immediately. It'll probably take a couple weeks on Bittrex because they're really safe and they like to verify that the blockchain is working properly and that they can avoid like any sort of replay protection or implement replay protection properly and things like that. Where do I go live? On YouTube, so hopefully you see this. Is Crypto Nick going to jail? I don't know who Crypto Nick is. Let's see. Why would Crypto Nick go to... Is he one of those BitConnect people? Well, if he's not going to jail, then he's probably poor now because I'm sure he just had all of his money on BitConnect. Is Bittrex supporting the ZCL fork? It hasn't been officially... They haven't officially said they're supporting the fork, but ZCL only trades on Bittrex and Cryptopia. On top of that, the main dev, Rhett, is an amazing dev, and I'm pretty sure that Bittrex is going to support the fork. I can't say it for sure, but I would be very surprised if they didn't. What's up, Sean? I hope you're watching. It's possible for U.S. citizens to participate in ICOs when KYC is par for the course now. It just depends on the ICO. Certain ICOs, depending on what they're offering, cannot, by regulation, have U.S. customers. So if it is, what's it called? If they're selling a security, I think they can't sell to the U.S. There's a pretty big difference between a token, a crypto asset, and a security. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I don't know the exact legality of it, but I know that one of those is not allowed to be sold in the U.S., and a lot of ICOs just avoid the U.S. by default because they don't want to deal with our regulations. And then, are Masternodes worthwhile in your opinion, or are you more likely in a bullish market to outpace any given ROI by investing in unpumped small caps with good fundamentals? Depends on your trading strategy. If you have, a 9-to-5 job, you're not day trading, and you don't have the time to do research, then pay the money, buy a Masternode on a really good coin. You're going to pay a decent amount of money, but hopefully you're going to get some realistic gains between 20 to 30% a year just from the Masternode rewards. And then on top of that, hopefully you'll get some good growth, like 100 to 200% on the coin. So Masternodes are a very good investment, especially if you're looking for more passive income. I'm going to do 3 more questions on Twitter, and then I'll do a couple off the live chat, and then I'm going to hop off because I got to pack. Answered most of these already. Why 1348 EMA? Seem pulled at random. Also why that Ichi. So the EMA I got from Crypto Says. If you don't know who Crypto Says is, he is my go-to guy for TA. This guy's like a master at TA now. He's part of the Bravado team. I'm going to meet him in Miami tomorrow, but if you don't follow this guy, go give him a follow. He does some of the best TA, and he found out that the 1348 EMA is one of the best indicators for as far as moving averages go for crypto, and I've been very successful using them. Those Ichi settings, I don't exactly know why they changed those time frames, but it's based on a 24-hour crypto market cycle versus a normal stock market day. I've really been getting out of TA. I'm way more into fundamental analysis right now. I think TA has been slipping up a lot, especially on the kind of coins that I like to invest in, because I don't like to invest in top 25, top 50 high volume coins. And as the volume decreases, the TA just gets more and more inaccurate and can actually pull you the wrong way. That's why, if you notice, I've been doing a lot more fundamental analysis than technical analysis, because it just hasn't been working as well. Aion thoughts. Aion is, many of you know I talk about Aion almost every day. Aion and Dragon, my number 1 and number 2 picks for this year. What Aion is, it's a blockchain to connect other blockchains. You're going to be able to, they call it bridge. You create smart bridges, and smart bridges will allow blockchains that normally can't interact with each other to flawlessly interact with each other. And the smart bridges are going to be decentralized, and there's going to be multiple connections between blockchains. And I'm actually going to an Aion meetup on Thursday, and hopefully I can get a little interview with the CEO or live stream some of it. Predictions for HAT. This can be my last question. So if you don't know what HAT is Hawala today. I'm very bullish on this. Unfortunately, it's only listed on IDEX and EtherDelta. I'm assuming they're going to be listed on something bigger pretty soon. They're a peer-to-peer crypto exchange. They also do crypto to fiat. They just released their alpha, but something really cool that they have is mobile staking. And so they just released their Android mobile staking. And basically, it's just something new. I've never really heard of mobile staking. I haven't tried it out, but I haven't personally tried it out because I don't have Android, but I know the iOS is coming out soon, and they also have a desktop wallet. So mobile staking is just something that's kind of revolutionary. No one's done it yet, and that's what you want to invest in and look at. I know that this company is funded by VCs in Silicon Valley as well. So, those people are pretty up to date on their crypto and usually invest in pretty good things. So this is a coin I definitely recommend. I wanted to put it in my newsletter, but there's been problems with Ether Delta, and no one really wants to use IDEX. So it's kind of hard for me to put a coin like that in there because I get too many questions about how to buy it and where to buy it, and it just becomes frustrating. So, this is going to be featured as soon as it's listed on an exchange. It's going to be featured in my newsletter, where I'll do a full review of it. But until then, just know that I believe in this. I've talked to the devs, and I'm a big fan. All right, let's do a few questions from the live chat, and then I got to get going. Who are your favorite crypto YouTubers? So, okay, yeah, I like this question. Well, that just goes to me. Ivan on Tech. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. Great guy. He's a programmer, and he explains things in terms that anyone can understand. I've been watching a lot of his videos. I just watched this one this morning, and I posted it. This is the interview he did with Julian Hosp, who is the CEO of TenX Pay. If you skip to 52 minutes, it's the part where they talk about Visa and what happened with their Visa partnership and what they plan on doing. Like I said, I'm going to be putting a significant part of my portfolio into TenX Pay after listening to his plans. Also, Dr. Julian Hosp is one of the most knowledgeable people in crypto that I've seen. I've been watching as much stuff as I can that he's been talking about, and I really believe in him as a CEO. So this is one of my favorite. If you're looking for someone more fun, Polk Crypto, I can't remember. I just found this channel yesterday. Yeah, Doug Polk Crypto. So this guy is a poker player, and he just switched to crypto. He admits it. He's extremely transparent. He's not a crypto expert, but he gives crypto news every day, and it's very entertaining. He's a funny dude, and he's just extremely transparent. And I've been watching his videos. They're pretty fun. He's been making fun of all these people that have been saying that they're crypto experts, like what is this, JR Garage or JR Business. You guys are absolute idiots, and they're the reason that the market's crashing, because too many people, 335,000. Well, this isn't his use. What's the video I'm talking about? JR Business. This is the video I'm talking about. This guy made a lot off cars, I guess, and now he got into crypto, and the guy knows absolutely nothing. He gets 200,000 views. Everyone watches it, and this is why the market crashes, because people listen to guys like this who show expensive cars on their stream, have no clue what the fuck they're talking about, but pump stuff because they said that they've made money. So if you're wondering why the market crashed today, it's because these guys are influencing a bunch of people, and 15 to 18, 15 to 20, telling them to buy top 5 micro picks: Noble, Linda, PhD, ADA, S&C. Linda's actually not horrible, but if you listen to these guys talk about it, they don't even know what decentralized means. They don't know absolutely anything. It's horrible. Sorry for that rant, but a lot of people were asking me why the market crashed today. It's because of things like this, where there's just people pretending to be experts with big influences, like Tai Lopez, for example, and they're basically just telling people to buy shitty coins, way over pumping them. Ripple, we just saw ADA, we just saw Tron, we just saw Verge. So that's the reason the market crashed today, because all the smart people dumped on the new blood. Damn, what a rant. What do you think about QLink? QLink long-term hold. I think they're going to have some sort of partnership with T-Mobile. I've seen a few things about T-Mobile, and that would just be huge. Talk about Ripple. No, I'm not going to talk about Ripple because it's a joke, and I'm more of a serious stream. I'll do a few more questions. XBY. So I think XBY is going to get listed on KuCoin soon. XBY was an awesome pick. It was in two newsletters ago. I think it was around 300 Satoshis. XBY is really interesting because it's a next generation blockchain. And when I say next generation blockchain, I just mean that it's a blockchain capable of processing more transactions and scaling better than something like Ethereum. Not that Ethereum can't scale, it's just becoming increasingly difficult for Ethereum to scale as more things are built on it, because if Ethereum wants to scale and implement things like sharding, or just anything, anything to increase the amount of transactions that can go through, they have to make sure that all the dApps built on it and everything going on is still going to be able to function normally, because they can't push out, they're too big to just push out an update quickly, because the repercussions could be so huge. That's why these third generation blockchains are running up really big. Do you shape your eyebrows? No, I do not shape my eyebrows, but I'm down if you want to shape my eyebrows. I've never done that. Sounds fun. A lot of questions about DOT. And DOT, I don't really know about it. So basically DOT is Cryptopia's equivalent of KuCoin Shares, Cryptopia's equivalent of KuCoin Shares or the BNB token. They also use it if you want to pay for a listing. So I'm going to look more into DOT. It could be extremely undervalued because it's at 11 million and KuCoin Shares is $1 billion. Binance token is 1.35 billion. So let's see where Cryptopia ranks in comparison to Binance. Binance 5 billion today. We're looking for Cryptopia and KuCoin. Wow, I'm tired. KuCoin 165 million. So, you know, Binance token, either Binance coin is way undervalued or KuCoin shares are a little overvalued right now. But this is way up. When I started talking about KuCoin shares, the daily volume was like 20 million. So the KuCoin shares increase in value makes sense because they give out 50% of the exchange fees. But let's find Cryptopia really quick. Cryptopia 81 million. So realistically, that DOT coin should be at about a $250 million market cap. That's a 25x. So I'll probably buy some DOT pretty soon. I'm going to do 3 more questions. What are 3 things you do daily/weekly to follow up with the coins you've invested in? So most importantly, follow them on Twitter. Sounds kind of stupid, but if you follow them on Twitter, 90% of these devs put their updates out on Twitter before. People are always like, how did you find the news so fast? And it's because I follow all the coins that I like on Twitter. And, you know, a lot of my day when I'm trading, I've Twitter open on one of my screens. I'm refreshing it automatically every, minute. So when these devs tweet out their news and updates, I'm usually one of the first ones to see it. So most importantly, follow them on Twitter. Join their Telegram groups. Usually they'll have a Telegram group to chat in and an announcement channel. And they put out updates in there too. So those are 2 really easy things that you can do. And then the last one, not as easy, but keep up to date on the Bitcoin Talk announcement channel. If you want to find a Bitcoin Talk announcement channel, just go to CoinMarketCap, click on the coin, and then go to announcement. And wait, that's not what I was looking for. Hold on. I'll do another one. Let's go to Zcash. Nope, none for Zcash. Stratus. Announcement. So this will take you to the Bitcoin Talk. And Bitcoin Talk, you know, just members of the community are always talking on here. I personally hate Bitcoin Talk because it's kind of a shitty UI. But this is where you can find a lot of really good information, whether it's from devs or from people just monitoring the project. So that's the best way to keep up to date with your coins. Let's see. Who the fuck? How bullish are you on ACT? I talked about ACT already. I'm trying to find 2 questions that I haven't really hit on. Top crypto YouTubers, The Right Trader, The Crypto Investor, Crypto J, The Chart Guys, and After School Hustle. Crypto J I've watched. He's really good. I can't say I've watched any of the other ones, but I'm sure they're pretty good. There's a decent amount of dudes on YouTube, and I'm going to try and find more channels, because while the market's acting like this is when you take your time to do research and really just catch up on everything crypto. Words about Cred, rumors on exchange. So Cred, another one that I really like. Obviously, it's taken a hit just like everything else, but it's still a good price. They are supposed to get added to, well, not supposed to, but they're on the community list for KuCoin, so they'll probably get added to KuCoin in the next week or 2. I expect the price to at least 3 or 4x once they're added to an exchange. And last question. What's best strategy when this days happen? Really bad grammar, but really good question. Best strategy when this days happens. So you can't really do much if you're not prepared for this. The best strategy if a huge dump like this happens and you are not on your computer right at the time is to just sit back, hold, and really wait. In the past, I've made the mistake of trying to buy back in too early and make aggressive plays to make up for money that I've lost because of the dump. You never want to do that. It's best to just wait for everything to bottom out and reverse. You might miss that 20% jump from the bottom to wherever it's going, but it's a hell of a lot better to miss that 20% jump and then get in than to take a 40 to 50% hit trying to buy in too early. So my best advice for times like this is wait until you see a really clear reversal. Don't try and make any risky plays. Obviously, the market will turn around, knock on wood. If crypto's dead, then I dropped out of school for nothing. And but if you're early to it, you can move some of your Bitcoin into USDT. I don't really trust Tether, but it's a good way to protect your USD value. Crockett Tubbs, I want to hear his answer. What question do you want to hear my answer for? Why should anyone listen to you? I don't. I mean, no one should listen to me. I don't know. I'm just a 22-year-old kid that trades crypto. So why should people listen to me? Realistically, I'm a lot more transparent than a lot of the other guys. Whether, if I'm in a coin, I obviously say that I'm in a coin. On top of that, I have a pretty proven track record. Everyone makes mistakes. Just kind of feel stupid explaining this to you, but if you wanna go back and look at all my old tweets, all my old posts, you can go back and see for yourself. I don't delete anything. When I fuck up, I fuck up. I'm sure many of you have seen my screw ups. It's not trying to hide anything, because if I was trying to hide stuff, then something's really shady. Thank you, Chris Hampton, for the super tip. I appreciate that. So, stop getting baited and please let us know what are your goals for this year. I'm going to end on this. My goals for this year, I want to at least, I want to definitely grow my portfolio. That's an obvious goal. But my biggest goals are to get out of day trading and move more into investing. I want to get into more ICOs. I want to get my followers into ICOs, and I'm working on that right now. A couple of you guys have heard, but I am an advisor for Luckbox. And I'm going to be advising a few other projects over the next few months, because I really think that some ICOs are going to do extremely well in the next few months, and they're becoming increasingly difficult to get into. And so the thing that ICOs need is someone who can help them grow their community, and that's something that I excel at. So I'm getting a lot of interest from ICOs for advising positions. And that's something I'm really interested in. It can really take what I'm doing to the next level. And it's also going to be able to benefit, people that follow me and people that are in my groups, because I'm going to probably be giving them some exclusive opportunities to get into these ICOs that are either raising a low cap or are becoming increasingly hard to get into. So I will keep you guys updated on that, of course, because, we want to be moving into some longer term investments. I think that the market, it's not capped out, but as we keep going on, the day trading is going to get more and more difficult. And that's all I'm going to do. The last thing, are your groups paid? No and yes. So I have the Gem Club, which is where I put all my calls. Everything's free in the Gem Club. But I do have a paid group. The paid group isn't a normal paid group. What it is, it's for educational purpose and for people that are really into crypto and want more advice. It's a really good place and community to talk. And I'm in there all day answering questions, but I don't give out any of my calls early or anything. I don't sell my calls. So the paid group is not your typical paid group. It's an educational area where you can do something like post your TA or post your thoughts on a coin and run it by me. How much is it? It's somewhere in my Telegram. I think seats are pretty limited right now. I think I have 9 seats open because I've been trying to cap it. What happened with my old Telegram chat room was just too many people got in it, and it was stressing me out because there was the same question over and over again. So I can post more about that if people are interested, but it's pretty capped right now. When I open up more seats, I'll give everyone the opportunity. What was I doing before crypto? I had just finished my undergrad and started grad school. I halfway through grad school for computer science, but I dropped out because this is a pretty good opportunity, and I'm trying to go full time. All right, that's all for today. If any of you are in Miami, I will be in Miami at noon tomorrow, and I'm trying to have a good time. That's going to be a vacation for me, so don't expect too much content. How low do I think Bitcoin will go? This is where I think the bottom is. A lot of people are saying 8,000. A lot of people are saying 6,000. Bitcoin is not my specialty. I am more of an altcoin trader. All right, I'll see you guys.